insulation that we all grew up with. This is the insulation that's in all of our attics. But I see a problem. This has 123 degrees. Well, this is something that the Department of Energy says we should insulate with. This is what NASA uses. NASA designed this product right here in the 60s for the Apollo project. This right now is on the International Space Station, right now in space. What happens is as the International Space Station gets in front of the Earth, in between the Earth and the Sun, the shielding on the spaceship gets 250 degrees. 250 degrees will melt lead and boil water, right? That's incredibly hot. When the space shuttle gets behind, or the space station gets behind the Earth, in the darkness of space, it goes to 250 degrees below zero. Absolute freezing. That's a 500-degree swing. NASA doesn't use any of this insulation. This is all it uses. So we can insulate your home or your office or your school with this. It's incredibly inexpensive. It's non-toxic. It's easy to recycle. Animals don't poop or nest in it. It doesn't get gross. It's easy to install, and it's totally green. It's from America, and you can recycle it. And you can see it's about 10 times more effective, even for a little bit. Cool? That's number one. Number two, right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 electricity meters. These electricity meters are EMI, electromagnetic interference. You know what this is. You just didn't know that you knew. If somebody vacuums, maybe you can see it on the TV or hear a blow dryer on a radio, right? That's distortion. You don't want distortion. These meters should only say 1 or 200, but what do they say? They say 1300 and 1700. So we're going to show you what that does to a motor. So here we have a 5 amp air conditioner motor. So let's check our math. We have an amp meter. I see about 4.4, 4.38. Well, this is what we buy, guys. We buy watts. So volts, 120 volts times 4.3 amps is 520 watts. And that's what we buy, the watt. So right now, this motor is $36 a month. He's $36 a month because of all this distortion and these amps. NASA designed this little green guy. See that little green guy? He's called an X2. They designed the X2 for the Challenger project in the 80s. Watch what happens when we add a NASA Challenger product to the system. Now we went from 4.4 amps to 1.2. We went from 1300 and 1600 to 200. Remember our watts? We went from 500 watts to 100. We went from $40 a month to $10 a month. So this motor will run cooler, quieter, last longer, and charge his owner about $30 less per month while this lasts longer. Cool, huh? These are the light bulbs that we all been using. You guys grew up with this light bulb. The older folks here, we grew up with one that was called incandescent. It got really hot. They asked us to take them away. Well, this little guy says 27 watts. If his package says 27 watts, what should this say? It's a watt meter. It should say 27 watts. If this says 27, this should say 27. So let's see what it says. Let's check our math. Well, he started pretty good at 29. Oh, wait a minute. 42, 43. Wait a minute. It says 27, but it takes 45. He costs almost $1 a month more to run than he should. So we all thought we took out 60s and put in 27s. You didn't. We put in 46s. So what am I saying with all this? He's not near as efficient as we've been told he is. And he's absolutely so hot right now that he'll burn me. Okay? Would you like to see a NASA light bulb? So we'll wait for him to go to 0. He takes a second, he's wireless. Come on, baby. Engage for me, Daddy. Okay, now we'll add the NASA technology light bulb, and I want you guys to tell me what that meter says. What's it say right now? 0. That's all it's ever going to say. So do light bulbs get hot? They get super hot, don't they? Would you grab this light bulb for me? Would you touch it for me and tell us what it feels like? It's cold.
Not cold,
but cool?
Yeah.
Who'd like to grab it? Grab it for us. Tell us what it feels like.
Tristan.
It never gets hot. So this light bulb takes 0.0 0.06 amps. 0.06. So this, here's their light bulb. Now I want you to tell me what that meter says. That's it. It's never going to say nothing. It's going to say 0. Because it only requires 0.06 amps. 0.06. It's a trickle of electricity. A trickle of electricity will power and light your house. Now, do light bulbs get hot?
Yeah, all the time.
Grab that one.
Can't,
Grab it.
can't change it.
Grab it. Is it hot?
No,
Grab it.
change it here.
It's cold. Grab it. So it lasts for 8 years.
Really?
Yes.
I
It
thought
doesn't
you
get
said
hot.
10.
That guy just told us 10.
It's guaranteed for 8. Will actually probably last 10.
Okay, cool.
He's right.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool light bulb takes only a trickle of electricity, not even enough to register, and will fill your house with beautiful, healthy light for years. Also, the last thing I'll show you is watch what happens when you add a non-NASA light bulb to these meters. See these guys? They say 1300 now. Look at that. Did you hear it? Mm-hmm. They went from 1300 to 1600, right? Watch what happens when you add ours. They go down. So this guy adds no more distortion to your lead center. That's it, you guys. Thanks for watching.
Nice.